Well, I figured I'd show you guys my new toy I got here. It's a 92 Dodge W350 dually. It's got the 5.9 Cummins in it, automatic tranny. I wanted to get 5-speed there, but they're impossible to find. And if they are, they're going for big bucks. Even the shitty rotted out ones. But nice thing is they make a kit online that to swap them over to standard. So maybe that's something I'll do in the future. But the tranny was done 5,000 miles ago. This is non-lockup torque converter. All the first gens had that, which fine with me. It's a little less wear and tear on the tranny, you know, when they lock up. And I'm not really going to tow with this truck. This is kind of just my daily driver. I got the International for sale. I'll post the links and stuff at the bottom. It's on Truck Paper, it's on Want-Ad, Craigslist, all over. But just kind of got sick of it and got sick of paying the insurance on it because they want outrageous money, even though it's a personal vehicle. They even want outrageous money for this, which I'm going to fight them tooth and nail because it's bullshit. I'm 100 pounds over what New York State, or whatever you want to call it, says that for this to be a commercial vehicle, like heavy spec commercial. You know, I know you got to have commercial plates, but you don't need to have this registered as like a business truck or anything. This is personal. So, but anyways, yeah, it's a pretty good looking truck. I wouldn't say it's immaculate condition, but it's relatively good. There's no real heavy rust on it under the doors. There's nothing under the doors. There's nothing on the floorboards, body mounts. The only rust is somebody put these them chrome strips. They're stick-on, and the problem is they're not quite stuck all the way to make a watertight seal here. And the water was coming down, and it sits right here in the corner. And there's a hole on the other side, just starting. But luckily, these panels here are like 96 bucks a piece. So something I can do eventually. I am going to paint it eventually. As you can tell, it needs some work, you know. I hate it the way it looks right now. It's hideous. I'm embarrassed to drive it. I hate running boards. Those are coming off in about 10 minutes. Needs a lift kit. Needs a Skyjacker lift kit. The front leaf springs are actually arched over backwards. So eventually I'm going to put like a 4-inch Skyjacker lift in it. And bigger wheels and tires. Probably put 285s on them. Something aggressive. And yeah, it's a pretty good truck. You know, minor dents here and there, stuff like that. But it's got 170,000 on it, I think, which is, yeah, this door sticks too. But 170,000, which is pretty damn good for a truck like this. It does have a wiring issue like all the first gens did. You have to hit the switch on the bottom and use the key switch to start it, but it won't shut off with the key switch. But the interior, not too bad. I was kind of leery about the seats because somebody put the seat cover on, but I took it off and it didn't have any holes or anything in it, which was surprising. But I'll leave it on there just in case, you know, climb in here greasy or something. But it's pretty good. I don't know what somebody did here. My camera's kind of dark, but somebody put an alligator clip here. I'm guessing to hold maybe their phone or charger. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It looks pretty stupid. But it's got AC. Doesn't blow very cold, which, come to find out, they stopped making, you know, R12 and I think it's, what is it, R134A or something like that. Or they're discontinuing it. So this system's pretty much out. I mean, I've heard some people talk about propane, believe it or not, running it in your AC, because it's as close as you can get to R12. So maybe that's a little conversion I'll do eventually. But the lights don't work. They're rigged up to a switch, but the dimmer switch does work. All the gauges work. Fuel gauge, all that shit works. The headliner is falling down, so that's something I got to put back up there. But got your 4-wheel drive lever there. Kind of dumb. It's got the little thing on there. But it's got a back seat, which could really care less about. I really would have rather had a straight cab, you know. But you got them little fold-out seats there, which are pretty useless. You know, get somebody my size back there, and I'm not big, and you're bumping arms with the window in the back of the seat. But yeah, pretty good. The bed is in pretty immaculate condition. There's no real holes or anything in it. Somebody put a cheapy bed liner in it, which I want to have it Linexed. Tires are okay. Somebody put an aftermarket bumper on here, which I'm not exactly sure what it's off of. I think it's off an old Ford. I'm guessing. It looks like an old Ford, like an earlier Ford. You know, I don't know, 80s or 90s or something. And tailgate's in immaculate condition, and it actually works. Nice and steel, so won't have a problem with that. What else? Show you under here quick. Needs shocks, but other than that, it's pretty clean. But I'll pop the hood for you, check out under there, and then I'll fire it up. Yeah, I had a hard time finding a lot of these first-gen Dodges. There are a lot of pieces of junk. People cobble them together and crap like that. This truck's actually pretty unmolested, you know. Got a new radiator the guy put in it. Other than that, everything else is stock. I see the cap right here on top of the fuel pump here. The injection pump is off. So I'm guessing somebody has turned that up at one point. Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't smoke. Doesn't really roll coal at all. It will soon, but yeah, it's pretty clean under here. New battery. Just did front brakes on it. As you can tell, my mess of tools all over the place. They're a bastard to do. Rear brakes, they're okay, and I'm going to leave them because you have to pull the axles out to get the drums off, and that's even more of a pain in the ass. But yeah, I'll fire it up. So to fire it up, we got to hit that switch, which turns the ignition on, and then you use the key. Well, fires up immediately. Doesn't smoke. And to shut it off, you can just turn the key off, and then you hit this switch here. Maybe that's something I'll eventually fix too. But the guy put new exhaust on it, brand new downpipe and everything, as you can see. Recently, very recently. But the dumbass put, I think that's 3.5 stock. You can't see, the camera's dark. But anyways, right when it comes down from the downpipe, he put a reducer down to 3-inch and ran 3-inch back with this stupid ass universal muffler. So that's coming off there with a 4. It's going to do 4-inch all the way up, and then it's going to route up through the bed into 5 and do 5-inch stacks. And I've got some pipe here that I've been playing with, and I think I kind of like the look of them cat stacks. One's on like a Caterpillar loader or something. So I'm thinking, the place where I get my parts, Green's Truck Supply, they got a huge bandsaw, and he cut this for me here. So maybe he can cut me up some angles, and I'll weld them together and make my own cat stacks and paint them flat black. And that's 5-inch, and I want to do 5-inch out. But yeah, that's my new toy. So hopefully you won't be seeing the International around much longer. I got to get rid of that thing. I'm paying on 2 vehicles now. But yeah.